Okay, hey everyone, welcome to tonight's team call. It is January 7th and it's a Monday. It's the first team call of 2019. We're going to be talking about goal setting today. And sorry, I just had to mute everyone. But first, I have a few announcements to make. So you guys might have seen this on the team page already, but I kind of just wanted to go through them and kind of just explain them here so you kind of just get like a more broad overview if you haven't read it. But as you guys know, Transform 20 VIP Early Access is launching January 14th. We started the challenge group today, so we have a prep week just to get through all like the files and kind of just look through everything, take some time to meal prep if we want to, or look at the recipes. It's launching January 14th, so all the workouts will be accessible then. It's $20 off in the UK and the US and Canada, I believe, for the challenge pack and completion pack. And that's going to end January. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. I think it ends at the end of January. And there's also Transform 20 apparel styles launching on teambeachbody.com in the US and Canada January 22nd. So if you really want to like rep Transform 20, make sure you get some gear. I know they always come out. Brian got me 3 different things from beachbody.com for Christmas. He got me these like super cute workout shorts, 2 pairs of like different ones, and then a Shakeology shirt. And the material, like guys, the material that they use on these workout clothes, like usually I'm usually like super hesitant to buy workout clothes online because I can't feel the material, but Beachbody has really, really nice material. So I would definitely recommend getting some stuff if you want from the apparel side of things. And then if you don't get the VIP access, it launches on Beachbody On Demand April 1st. So everyone and their mother that has Beachbody On Demand will get access to Transform 20 on April 1st if they didn't buy the VIP access. Also, coaches who purchase a Transform 20 offer, so a challenge pack or a completion pack, by January 31st will get access to Shaun T's exclusive coach test group kicking off January 14th. So Shaun T himself is running a challenge group for Transform 20, which is going to be awesome. I definitely am in it already, I believe. And if you buy it, you get like an email saying like, here's the link to Shaun T's test group, and then you like go and sign in. That you have to like answer 2 questions, I believe, and then they add you to the group. So I'm really excited because I'm obsessed with Shaun T. He's the real OG for me. I started Beachbody with Insanity, so I'm like super, super excited to be a part of his coach test group. So there's a 3-day refresh sale all month in the US and Canada. So it's 10% off all 3-day refresh kits and $20 off the 3-day refresh and Shakeology challenge pack from December 28th to January 31st. So a 3-day refresh, for those of you who don't know, it's a 3-day detox, and it's amazing. I've done it a bunch of different times. Like it's really great, especially after the holidays when you need a detox, or like when you come back from vacation, or just when you're trying to like look good for an event or whatever it is. It's a really amazing detox, and you're allowed to eat like real food on it, and the shakes are really delicious and they're not gross, and you're never feeling hungry and you're not stuck in the bathroom. Like it's an amazing detox, and I would highly recommend it, especially if you just want to buy it now just so you get the 10% off and like save it for a later date. I always have one like just in case. Like I'm like, oh, I should probably have one now. Actually, I should probably buy one now. I'm going to take my own advice and buy one. But they're really, really amazing. And then also Coach Summit 2019 January promotion. So the Summit ticket price is $155 this month from January 12th to the 31st. So Summit, for some of the new coaches on this call, is a huge company-wide event that's held this year. It's going to be held in Indianapolis, and it's all the Beachbody coaches from all over the world, from Canada, the US, and the UK. We all come to this one place, and it's just like a huge convention for like 3 days straight. You get to work out with the super trainers. I rent a house, and we all stay in this, like our team stays in a house together. It's so much fun, and I'm so looking forward to this year because I know a lot of people are coming. And you get to do all these, there's like a bunch of seminars and webinars from other coaches, like top coaches will speak, and you'll get to hear from some of the super trainers. You get to hear from the CEO. There's new product launches. It's just like a huge, and there's parties, and like everything is so, like Beachbody does such a great job with these events, and like you definitely have to go. It really just changes things for your business, and like you just feel so much more connected with the team because you meet them in person. But the tickets are $155 right now, which is a huge savings because like closer to the date, they're $300, so you're saving a lot. And also, this is something new that they haven't done before. They're doing a Summit ticket referral promo all month. So if you already are registered for Summit for this year, you can refer at least one person to purchase a ticket. And I'm pretty sure you get a workout with one of the super trainers. So it's like really cool because when you get to work out with the super trainers, you're like meeting Shaun T and like working out with him. Like it's so cool. So spots are limited, so start referring today. And then if you want more information. So all these FAQ numbers, you can literally just go to Google and type in Beachbody FAQ and then whatever it is, and it'll bring up a whole page that has like all the information about these topics that I'm talking about, like more in depth. So also get to a super weekend event. So it's January 11th, 12th, and 13th. So this is like a smaller local summit in your area. So they do these quarterly, I believe, and mine are always in Miami. So I meet Alexis Doss, my upline coach, and she lives in Miami. And we go to this event together. And it's just like a couple hours. You go, you meet other coaches in your area. You get to do a workout together. They do like a little presentation. Sometimes like I have super trainers. I think Jericho is coming to mind, but Autumn has come to mind. Jericho, Joel. We've had like the CEO come to ours. But Miami's like a really big one just because there's so many people in the area. But definitely go to one. They're so much fun, and like they're just a really great way to get to know other coaches in your area. And there's a link. You have to be signed into your Coach Online office, but if you just Google like Beachbody Super Weekend near me, you'll find a link, and you just type in your zip code, and it shows you all the ones near you, and then you can just like sign up for one. Also, Success Club 5 2019. So this is really cool because, last year they did the Success Club prizes. So what Success Club means is you're helping at least 3 people each month with a challenge pack. So when you do that, their first month in Success Club, you earn a Team Beachbody tank or t-shirt. Usually they make the girls the tank top, which I personally like because I live in Florida and it's hot AF and t-shirts make me sweat. So I love that we get tank tops. And then if you hit Success Club 3 months in a row, you get a Beachbodyopoly game, which I'm really curious to see what this is. I've never heard this before. So, and I love games, so I'm like, all right, but I don't like Monopoly, but hopefully it's like super cool. And then if you hit Success Club 6 months in a row, you get a branded backpack. I have 2 backpacks from Beachbody that I like earned, and they're such nice material. They're not like those flimsy drawstring backpacks. They're like really nice, and I use them for everything. And then hitting Success Club 9 months in a row, you get a branded sweatshirt, and 12 months in a row, you get a branded roller bag, which again, like they don't skimp out on the stuff that they give you as prizes. It's like really good quality stuff. All right. So also there's introducing the Road to Elite. So I don't do like a great job at talking about the leadership ladder, but it's like not something, it's more so like the leadership ladder measures your level of leadership, but they kind of changed that around this year and they come out with this new thing called Road to Elite. And I really, if there's something you should do from this call, go to FAQ 8079 and check out this Road to Elite page because it tells you all the things. It's pretty much different qualifications that you hit certain goals and then you get prizes for it, and it really just helps you move your business forward. And it's just like really good benchmarks that they tell you, like if you hit this, like you're on the road to hitting Elite or your Premier or whatever it is. So it's really, really good to just like break down and show you what you have to do to hit certain goals. Also, register for the Team Cup opens January 12th. So if you guys haven't heard of Team Cup, it's pretty much they do this either once or twice a year, and you team up with a coach of 5 other coaches, and it's like your month to really push with these coaches. So someone like there's like a leader of the team, the 5-person team, and they like sign you all up. It's really simple. You just put in the first, last name and email, and then you're all on the same team together, and you're competing to get the most Success Club points collectively that month. And there's like a bunch of different prizes and stuff, and it's always a really fun time. And it's just like, it's a really good way to work together with other people on the team to hit your goals. And it's, I don't know. And like also guys, like, we say Success Club, but those represent people. Those are people's lives that you're changing. So this is a really great way to kind of motivate you and your teammates to work together to really help people. This is so exciting. So every year Beachbody gives you an opportunity to earn a free vacation. I've gone on 3 vacations, 3 all-inclusive free vacations with Brian through Beachbody. And it's amazing because like what other company do you know that gives you like a free all-inclusive vacation, like for 4 or 5 days? And they're sick too. Like it's like we rent out the entire, like last year or 2 years ago, we went to Punta Cana. Last year we went to Mexico. This year we're going on a cruise, and they're like, we rent out, like we went to 2 different Hard Rock resorts, and we rent out the entire resort, and like on this cruise we're renting out the entire cruise ship. So it's like for just Beachbody, which is really cool, and they put on all these events and they're just so much fun. And like how cool is it that you get to bring a +1 for free too? Like Brian's like, I love that you do Beachbody because I get all these free vacations. But anyway, get ready for the 2020 Success Club trip and earn double dollars in January. So pretty much they give you, every time you hit Success Club or you're hitting Success Club numbers, they give you a certain amount of cash towards your trip. So for example, if you hit Success Club 10 every single month, you will get a completely free vacation. And they're going, and then, but in January, if you hit Success Club, whatever Success Club it is, it's actually worth double, like towards your vacation. So it's really important to get the year started right. And it's really cool that you get to earn even more money towards your free vacation. Also, there's Energized Fruit Punches coming out February in the US and Canada. So it's pretty much the same thing as the regular Energized, just a different flavor. There's going to be the 40 serving tub and the 32 serving stick packs. Has anyone gotten the stick packs? I'm like super curious. Type in the chat box if you did. Oh, Christina, you did? That's awesome. They're like super portable. You can like bring them on the go. They're like those little Crystal Light things, and you can like drink them at the gym, which I think is really, really convenient. All right, so a lot of announcements. I know it's like the new year, and there's lots of things going on, but we're kind of just going to get into goal setting right now. So this is more of a call to kind of help you guys visualize, and at the end we're going to just write down a couple of goals. It's going to be more of like a active learning kind of thing. But first I'm going to kind of go through some like tips and tricks and just kind of how to keep yourself steady and on track and just like set yourself up for success. So you know, a lot of people will ask you, what are your goals? What's your vision look like? What do you want in the future kind of thing? And the question that we should ask is, what kind of pain do I want? And not like pain and like, oh my gosh, like I hate this, but pain and like, what kind of work am I willing to put in to get to that goal? So like everybody wants a gold medal. Few people want to train like an Olympian. Like, let's be real. Like Michael Phelps, do you know how much he swims every single day? He swims like 10 hours a day. And like, what other, like I'm a swimmer, so that's why I like said it. Like I was a swimmer in high school and college, but like I would never want to do that. And like, yeah, I would love to like be an Olympian, but I don't want to train like one. So it's like you really have to think about what your goal is, and you have to be so passionate about that goal that you are willing to put in the hard work, you're willing to put in the effort, and you're really willing to like work for what you want. So it just says goal setting is not only about choosing the rewards you want to enjoy, but also the cost you're willing to pay. So how to set a goal. First, consider that you want to achieve and then commit to it. So you have to set SMART goals. So that means specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. So time-bound is actually one of the most important things I think that's in there, because if you just say like, oh, I want to lose 5 pounds, but you don't give yourself an end date, do you think you're going to hit it anywhere near as quickly as like if you gave yourself a goal, like a time stamp? And make sure you write them down, guys. Writing goals down is so freaking important because it makes it tangible. You put it on paper, and the more I write down my goals every single day. And like, granted, I might not write them down in full, but I'll write down like exactly what I want. And like, I'll put a date next to it if it's something that's like date specific. So make sure you're writing them down. And honestly, it might sound silly, but share them with someone. Share them with someone that's close to you. So like when I know, like, for example, like say I really don't want to work out, I'll go tell Brian I'm going to work out, because like he'll hold me accountable, and like I feel more accountable to myself because I told him that I was going to work out. So then once you set them, plan the steps you must take to realize your goal and cross off each one as you work through them. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm super type A personality, and I write checklists for everything, and checking things off is one of the most satisfying things to me. So making sure you have that is like super important as well. Okay, so starting to set personal goals. And then you set your goals on a number of levels. So first you create your big picture of what you want to do with your life, or say the next 10 years, and identify the large scale goals that you want to achieve. So for example, let's just go I'll kind of tell you guys like my goals for now. So Brian and I, obviously, we want a house. We want a big house, at least 4 bedrooms, because we want a family. We want either 2 to 3 kids. I want a dog. I don't know if he does, but we're going to get a dog. And, you know, we're going to have 2 great cars. We really want a boat. We love being on the water. We live in South Florida for a reason. So we want to make sure we have a boat, a truck to pull it. And like more than anything else, I want to be surrounded by like a community of friends and family that I love and care about. And I just want to, and like another huge thing for me too is giving back. So like, I want to make sure that I get to that point in my life where I can give back. I can volunteer at like, I love animals. I want to volunteer at animal shelters, like donate all my money to freaking animals and like help them live, like help the rescues find homes and just all that stuff. So that's like my big picture, like just like a dream vision board. And I also want to travel like crazy. Then you break down these into smaller and smaller targets that you must hit to reach your lifetime goal. So I just gave you like a huge big picture, and now you have to break it down. So like, of course, our next step is the house. So breaking down that house goal, like, you know, between the finances, between finding the area we want to live in, between narrowing down the kind of style of house we want. Like there's so many different smaller aspects of getting that house first that you have to break down. And then finally, once you have a plan, you start working on it to achieve these goals. So once I have a plan, once we know like exactly boom, 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 what we want in the house, that'll make it so much easier to go out and find that house as opposed to just being like, oh, I don't know, like I want a house, but I don't really know what I want. Like I just go look at some. Like you're never going to find your dream house if you don't, you know, really put the research in and just break down what you want. So this is why we start the process of setting goals by looking at your lifetime goals. Then we work down to the things that you can do and say next 5 years, the next year, next month, next week, and today to start moving towards them. So for example, like every single day, Brian and I are online looking at houses. That's what we're doing each day. Next week, we're going to be looking at houses. Next month, hopefully we'll find our house and put a down payment on it, or like, you know, whatever it is. So you really want to break things down to make it more tangible in the future. This is one of my favorite tips ever, because I know for me, and I know for a lot of other people, when we see shiny things, we go after them, and like we get completely distracted from our first goal, and we just like start getting super scattered, and we don't have like that finite goal anymore. So one of the greatest barriers to achieving your goals is the goals you have, the other goals you have. When you chase a new goal, you have to pull focus and energy from your other pursuits. So I'm not saying have one goal. You can have multiple goals, but only work on one goal at a time. So it's the same thing as multitasking. There's no such thing as multitasking. I don't care if you tell me you're amazing at multitasking. I promise you, you're not doing the things that you're working on to the best of your ability because you're scattered. So it's the same thing with goal setting. So if you have a goal, let's say, you know, to lose 5 pounds, but you also have a goal of, you know, you want to build your business and reach out to 10 new people. You're not going to be working out and texting like 10 new friends at the same time. Like you have to separate them. So work on working out first, and then you work on your business. So you make sure you separate them out. And if you find it's too much, prioritize. Focus on the one that's the most important first, and make a list of the things in descending order. What's the most important to you? So this is something else that I like, another tip that I absolutely love. So stack your goals. So research has shown that if you're 2 to 3 times more likely to stick to your goals if you make a specific plan for when, where, and how you perform the behavior. So for example, it says fill out this sentence. During the next week, I will partake in at least 20 minutes of vigorous exercise, which I thought that was perfect because Transform 20, on X day at this time and in this place. So if you put into writing your day, time, and place, you're much more likely to do that action. And then also to use habit stacking, you fill out the sentence. So after/before current habit, I will new habit. So for example, for meditation, after I brew my morning coffee, I will meditate for 1 minute. Or before I take my morning shower, I will do 10 push-ups. So you're linking new goals to something you're already doing. So I think this is super important, especially for example, for working out. Like if you're going to work in the morning, you're like, okay, I'm going to work out before I go to work. You're already going to work every day, so now just add something before it. So it's a really nice way to like stack your goals and kind of link it to something you're already doing so you don't forget to do it. Oh, this is good too. So setting an upper bound. So whenever we set goals, we almost always focus on a lower bound. That is, we think that the minimum threshold we want to hit. So an individual might say, I want to lose at least 5 pounds this month. So of course they're capable of more, but they probably won't go for it because they're like, oh, well, I hit the minimum, so like, whatever happens, happens. But what it should look like is if we add an upper bound to our goals and behaviors. So I want to lose at least 5 pounds this month, but no more than 10. So you're giving yourself that flexibility between 5 and 10, because so in many areas of life, there's a magical zone of long-term growth. You want to push hard enough to make progress, but not so much that it's unsustainable. So that's where the upper limit can be really helpful. And it's upper limits make it easier for you to sustain your progress and continue showing up. So it's not saying like, okay, well, I hit 5, like, I'm done. Like, you have still that flexibility to work up to 10. But then, like, if you hit 10, you did a really good job and you're still moving forward. But you're not going to tell yourself like to lose 20 pounds in a month, because that's just not sustainable, and I don't even know if that's possible. It's probably possible, but totally not sustainable. So, and also, okay, this is great too. Align your environment with your goals. So many of the decisions we make in our professional and personal lives are shaped by the options that surround us. So, for example, if I really want to lose weight, let's say, am I going to buy bottles of water at the grocery store, or am I going to buy soda? Like, you want to make sure that what's surrounding you in your current environment is aligned with what your goals are. So if you sleep, for example, if you sleep with your phone next to your bed, then checking social media and email as soon as you wake up is probably going to be the first thing you do, just because it's right there. That's what's in your current and like most close environment. And then, it can be positive as well. So if you keep a dumbbell next to your desk at work, then pumping out some quick curls is more likely to be the default decision. So you really want to like surround yourself with things that will remind you of your goal and will help you get there. And like, you don't have to like go out of your way to make your goal happen. And so whether or not you achieve your goal in the long term has to do a lot with the types of influences surrounding you in the short term. So it's very hard to stick with positive habits in a negative environment. I know, for example, like, I consider myself a pretty positive, upbeat person, but when I was working in corporate America, there was this one woman and she was so absolutely negative. And like, as much as I tried to be super positive, like, I would come home every single day in like such a foul mood from her. And like, literally once I made the decision to like, kind of like, not shun her, but just like not make and like kind of just like do my own thing and try not to like converse with her. Like, I became such a more positive person again because I kind of removed her from my current environment. So staying on course too. So once you decide on your first set of goals, keep the process going by reviewing and updating your to-do list on a daily basis. Now, for example, for this business, you guys all have a tracker. There's so many checklists you can find on the team page that will help you to know exactly what you should be doing each day to move your business forward. So, and of course, like, I have mine on, I'll show you. I have mine on my phone. So this is my daily, I don't know if you can see it, but it's my daily to-do list. And I literally uncheck everything every single day and then recheck it off every single day. Now this helps me. I always have my phone on me. So I like to have it like here so I can check it off, but I know some people like pen and paper, and I am constantly updating this. I like this too, to have it on an app, because I'm constantly updating it. I can delete things, I can add things, and it just really helps me focus on what I need to focus on. And then periodically review the longer term plan and modify them to reflect your changing priorities and experience. So just for example, like last year, it's about 2 months ago, oh my gosh, Brian and I got married. And all the months before that, I was solely focused, not solely, but a lot of my focus was going towards planning that wedding. I'm so happy it's over. Like, the planning aspect of it, of course, like, the day was amazing. But a lot of my time was focused on planning on the wedding. And I knew we were going to buy a house in the future, but there's like no part of my brain that was thinking of the house. Like, I was like, oh yeah, like I know it's coming up, but I need to focus on this because this is my priority right now. And when the new year hits, we'll start and like really go hard and find a house. So it's kind of cool to review your plans and kind of just like change them up depending on like what stage of life you're in and what your next step is. And then how to measure your goals. So another key to making long-term progress on your goals is measurement. So the things we measure are the things we improve. If it is only through numbers and clear tracking that we have any idea if we are getting better or worse. And then here are a few measurable goals I've implemented. So when I measured how many push-ups I did, I got stronger. Or when I tracked my reading habit of 20 pages per day, I read more books. And the same thing goes for this business. Like when I track how many people I reach out to a day, and if I find my numbers are not where I want them to be, what do you think I do? I increase the number of people that I'm talking to. So it's really tracking, and like just in this business in particular, tracking is so important, and that's why we have Google Streak. That's why we have all these to-do lists and checklists and everything, that to help you guys track everything. Because if something is not going the way you want it to, you can go back and look at the numbers and be like, oh, that's why. Like I need to step up my game on my invites, or I need to reach out to more people, or I need to have more conversations. I need to follow up more. And you can look at your numbers and see exactly where you can kind of improve. So the more you track, the more you can reflect and move towards that goal, whatever goal it is. And then achieving your goal. So this is super important too. When you achieve the goal, take the time to enjoy the satisfaction of having done so. Absorb the implications of the goal achievement, and observe the progress you have made towards other goals. If the goal was a significant one, reward yourself appropriately. All of this helps you build the self-confidence you deserve. And then with the experience of having achieved this goal, review the rest of your goal plans. So if you achieved the goal too easily, make your next one a bit harder. If the goal took a dispiriting length of time to achieve, make the next goal a little easier. If you learned something that would lead you to change other goals, do so. If you notice a deficit in your skills despite achieving the goal, decide whether to set goals to fix this. So it's really important to self-reflect throughout this whole entire process, and just like kind of get a feel for, if there's a certain goal you have in mind, get a feel for, was that too easy? Was that too hard? And kind of adjust accordingly. And also, guys, celebrate the wins. Celebrate all the wins. I am such a hypocrite when I say this, because I am so hard on myself, and like I'll hit like a major milestone, and like I'll be like, oh, like, that was cool, like great, but like that's it. And Brian's so good. He celebrates everything, and he makes sure that when I hit a good goal, or even like the simple little things, we always celebrate. So it's so important to celebrate. And like this says, like it'll give you more self-confidence, and it'll just like help you progress forward in the right direction. So definitely reward yourself, celebrate. I like to reward myself by going on a little trip, but that's like, just make sure you're celebrating, whether it just be like, oh, you buy yourself like a new, sports bra or workout shorts or whatever it is, and just celebrate yourself because you deserve it. Okay, so now we're gonna just take some time to, this should be the other way around, 1 week, 1 month, 6 month, 1 year, and 5-year goal. So we're gonna take some time, pick an area of your life, whether it be, let's say it's a personal goal or a financial goal, a health goal, a business goal. Pick an aspect of your life and just focus on that for now, and do the 1 month, the 1 week, 1 month, 6 month, 1 year, and 5 year, and kind of write it down, because like I said, writing it down is so important. And I'm going to do this with you guys, and we'll kind of go from there. And if anybody wants to share, they're more than welcome to share. Okay. Did everyone get a chance to write some stuff down? Okay. Awesome. Does anybody want to share? I can share mine if you want, but does anybody else want to share before I go? Yay, Christina. Awesome. Here, I'm going to unmute you.
Okay. Am I muted? Oh, okay. Can you be quiet? Okay. So my big goal, I was talking about nursing school. So I feel like there's like a lot of little goals that I need to accomplish before I get there. So my 1 week goal is to sign up for the TEAS test, which is like the standardized test for nursing school. So I need to get that done this week. So I need to sign up for the test. And then my 1 month goal is to submit my application or start working on my application to the nursing program because it's due in March. So I'll start working on it by next month. And then my 6 month goal is to be accepted into nursing school at that point. And then my 1 year goal is to be at the top of my class for nursing school for my studies. And then my 5 year goal, which I'll be done with nursing school, would be to have my BSN and then be working on the NICU or the ICU. So that's kind of awesome. That. So yeah.
I like that you did you work backwards when you wrote it? Or did you work
Yeah, it made more sense. I tried to do it the other way around and it didn't make sense.
That's awesome. No, those are awesome. And you're totally going to do it. Like, I know you are.
Oh, thanks.
I know you don't like it when people tell you no.
Yeah, no, it's the worst.
Yeah. I remember you telling me that. You're like, I hate when people tell me no, and people have told me I can't do this, so I'm going to do it. It's like,
yeah, pretty much.
Like, good for you, girl. That's awesome.
Thanks.
Does anybody else want to share? Thanks for sharing, Christina.
Oh, you're welcome.
So mine is more so a physical goal. So in 1 week, I want to get mentally and physically prepared for Transform 20. So this week, I'm going to be really focusing on that and just like getting my kitchen ready and everything. In 1 month, I want to make sure I'm staying on track with T20, with my nutrition and doing 1 cheat meal a week. I've been like, honestly, you guys, like my nutrition hasn't been like as good as it usually is between the holidays and like everything. And so I really want to make sure like this program, I like really focused on my nutrition. In 6 months, I want to continue doing Beachbody programs and build up my arm muscles because they're little pipsqueak arms. And I want to get my abs back. So that's like in 6 months, I want to be at that point. In 1 year, I want to make sure my body is healthy and ready to be pregnant because Brian and I are probably going to like start trying at the end of this year. So I want to make sure that I am like ready to be like with child. It sounds so weird. And then in 5 years, I want to have had my children, but be back to my pre-baby weight and like healthy and like able to spend all of my energy and time with my children and just like raising them and being a good mom and like being at that health level to be like a good mom. Does anybody else want to share? No? All right. All right, guys. Well, I want to take a quick picture with all of us so I can post it on the gram, though. All right, let me just raise my brightness a little bit. Everyone get cute. Just kidding, you guys don't have to even try, you're already cute. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Awesome. I'm gonna save that just in case. And then I'll tag you all in it too, so that you can like repost on your story. But thanks so much for hopping on, guys. Does anyone have any questions or anything like that? Was this helpful? I hope it was helpful in like setting goals for 2019. And I have like big plans for this team for this year, so I'm super excited. And if you haven't gotten your summit ticket yet, you better get it because I want to see all your beautiful faces at the summit, and it's going to be awesome. I'm going to get a house and we'll stay together. And if the house isn't big enough for all of us, I'll get 2 houses. We'll be like right down the street from each other. But thank you again so much for hopping on. It's so great to see all of you. And there will be a mastermind call on Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And there's also Alexis's call on Team Confidence tomorrow at 8:45 p.m. Eastern time. So I will see you guys then. And if not, have a great week. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye.